Hi there everyone, it's Brave here again. I'm just letting you know another little message following on from the other videos I did that were talking about that there's an afterlife after we die, that no matter how you die, whether it be by your own hand or other people's, you will be taken to the other side, to the light, where you will be welcomed with so much love. There'll be no more pain. Your loved ones will be there. They will come and meet you. You will all be together again. You don't have to fear death. I know that we are spiritual beings in a human body, and so when we're in this human body, we're feeling so much confusion, and we're sort of stuck feeling connected to things that don't matter, like the way we look, our hair type, our hair color, our eye color, if we're fat, if we're thin, if we're tall, if we're short, if we have enough pretty clothes to wear, so people can look at us and think we're better than them, or all the things that don't matter. They seem to be more human things that the human mind wants. But if we try and connect with our soul and realize that what is important, the most important thing, is to show love and compassion and kindness. Those are the things that are important. Now, a lot of us have been abused in this life, have been badly treated, have had terrible things happen to us, and terrible things happen to the people we love. And those things, create a personality disorder, that can, or mental health issues, or make us withdraw and become like a recluse and not want to be involved in society, let alone helping other people. We just want to get away from other people. Now, the thing that's going to be hard to accept for most people is that we actually choose our lives before we're born into this earth plane, because this earth plane is meant to be a school where we learn very, very harsh, brutal lessons, some of us worse than others. Now, that's the part that I found really, really hard to accept when I was shown this information, because I can receive visions and messages from my passed away loved ones, and I have lots of friends as well who have had near death experiences too. And if you check out my channel, there's 2 videos on there speaking more in depth about the past life experiences and that they went through, and the messages that they were given. So check that out. And yeah, that was hard for me to understand when I was made aware that, oh no, you chose this life. And I thought, ugh, why would I choose a life where someone abused me, beat me, arred me, betrayed me, wanted to do nothing but destroy me every day? Like, why would I choose that? And that almost, I almost felt offended. Like, are you saying I'm dumb? Are you saying I'm, stupid? But yeah, it was very hard for me to accept that. But then when I kind of thought about, okay, well, what could I learn from terrible events, heartbreaking events, soul crushing events, where the pain is unbearable, you don't even want to be here anymore, you know. But then in a weird way, there were some lessons I took from these terrible situations. And, if we can just know and trust that we will see our loved ones again, no matter how brutally they were taken from us, which is not okay, of course it's not okay. But at the same time, if we can trust and hold on to the truth, which is that you will see your loved ones again, and they are in a place of no suffering, of no pain. They are watching over you. They love you. They if they were bad people in life, where they didn't do right by you, they were the abuser, they were the one that made you feel soul destroyed, or made you not want to be here. They will be made to feel that pain. But then afterwards, there will be no judgment on you. You know, you be able to, all that pain will be taken away from you, be taken away from them, and they will be normal up there in the spirit world. They will not be that person who abused you down here, or, you know. And so basically, I just want to give people the hope that the bad things that happen to us down here are not what we take with us when we go to the other side. As soon as your soul leaves your body and the angels and guides are with you to protect your soul and take it to the light and the other side, if you're a good soul who didn't have any bad intentions, you know, you will definitely be going to the light. But I can't guarantee, I mean, I don't want to say that Hitler's going to be sitting at the dinner table next to you up in the spirit world, because I don't want that and I don't believe that. That is the part I'm not going to say I know, because I don't know about that part. No one explained to me about what happens to the worst of the worst people who have done unspeakable, unforgivable things, the murderers, the horrible people, the serial killers, the child abusers. Like, I don't know specifically what goes on with them. I'm talking about, you know, if your dad abandoned you or something, or if, you know, your mum was an alcoholic, or your dad beat you, or your mum, you know, left you homeless because she didn't care about you. Like, when you go up to the other side, you will be given a life review. But just know that you will see all the good you did, even if it was something as small as, you know, smiling at someone, and then that day that person had decided, oh, I'm going to take my own life. And then just you holding the door and smiling at them in the supermarket made them not want to think about jumping that day. You know, something as simple as that. Something as simple as, you know, you're at the park and a child falls over and you help them up, or they're lost and you help them find their parent. You know, all the times you went out of your way with just pure intention, no malice, no, you know, hidden agenda, just being a normal, decent soul. You'll be made to feel all that joy and that significant stuff, that you didn't even know you were creating in the other person, a happy feeling. You weren't aware, you just thought, oh, they fell down, I picked them up. Hey, I had the door. Hey, I smiled, you know, but all those kind things mean something. And the fact that, like, well, you know, when we have done things that would be considered bad, you know, someone's done us wrong, and instead of, you know, I don't know, letting it go and forgiving and walking away, we took revenge, for instance. Now, that's something that will be shown as a bad thing, to say, well, okay, this terrible thing was done to you, yes, it was wrong, but when you took revenge, then it created that bad karma for you. And so here's how, you know, here's how that, even though they did you wrong, here's how it felt when you took revenge on them. So if they felt bad, you're going to feel the bad that they felt, even though at the time in Earth Plane we feel they deserved it, they did us wrong. But then that person is going to be made to feel the terrible pain they caused you, that triggered you to take revenge, you know? So, and it's all going to be magnified tenfold, millionfold, you know, they're going to really feel the terrible pain they've caused you. And at the same time, you will have to feel some of the negativity you caused them. You know, if you're not a terrible, murdering, evil person, you know, then obviously what you cause them is not going to be a millionfold. You know, if you just argued with someone and called them a nasty name and then walked off one time, you know, that's not going to be incurring the same feeling of negativity, is it, compared to someone doing something terrible to your family, you know. But yeah, I just think it's really, really important that people trust and believe that there is life after death, because there is. It exists whether you believe in it or not, you know. I mean, when you get a haunting in a house, for instance, and people say, oh, I saw a man stand in the doorway, you know, some of those things can be demons and things from that are obviously not of the light, that are not from the spirit world, as in the good place. There is obviously bad spirits, bad types, and those things, seek to destroy anything good. They're not, angels. They're not good. They're not what we want to be around. But sometimes you get regular human spirits who either, for instance, might have taken their own life and felt very scared that they're going to be judged or go to hell because of religious brainwashing made them think that in life. But then the stress got too much, so they took their own life, sadly. And I'm not encouraging anyone to take their own life just because there is a spirit world. Yes, if you took your own life, you would go to the spirit world, but I'm not encouraging anyone to take their own life, because there are days I feel like I don't want to be here. And even though I know I will go to a better place of no pain and peace, but I'm not going to give up, because I know that I'm placed here for a reason. My purpose here is not up yet. I have to be here in order to learn these harsh, brutal lessons, and it's not fun and it's not easy, but God puts certain people to cross your path to help you elevate your soul, ascend your soul, so that when it is your time to leave and you go back to your true home, because that's our true home. This crappy planet is not our true home. I mean, that's why most of us will have a feeling of not belonging. I don't belong, I don't fit in, and you don't know why. And that's because your soul is craving your true home, which is not here. And I remember my whole life feeling like I didn't fit in, even when everyone around me looked like me, or everyone around me was from my community. And there wasn't really a reason to feel I didn't fit in. I mean, yeah, there were times when cliquey, weird people were like trying to make you feel like, oh, you're not one of us or something. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just even when I had no reason to feel that way, I always felt like, why does this not feel right? I don't feel at home here on this planet, literally. And I felt like I'm always pining for a home, but where is that home? Is it London? Is it New York? Is it New Zealand? Is it Paris? Is it Africa? Is it Jamaica? Is it, Denmark? Where is it? Where is my home? And I remember just always traveling and moving house, because that yearning for, I need to find my home, I need to find my home, was so strong. And I never found my home because it wasn't here. Nowhere on this planet is going to feel like home, because this is just a earth school. And sadly, the lessons we learn here, for some, are so brutal, it's beyond belief. Like, you can't understand, why would I choose this life and have these awful things happen, and have, this terrible family, or these terrible events happen in our life, and why would I choose this? And the answer is because the lessons you're going to learn and the effect you're going to have on others positively without even knowing it is going to make a difference, is going to raise the vibration of this planet. And I know people who don't understand this kind of thing will say, that's so hippy dippy, that's crazy, you're crazy. That's okay, don't believe me, but I would rather believe in something good than to believe my bones are just rotting in the ground, or my ashes are just sitting under a tree or in the sea. And it's not me just having wishful thinking like, well, I'd rather believe something. Well, no, I know it exists. It existed whether I believed it or not, whether I wanted to admit it or not. I've already seen, with my psychic gifts that I've been given, and my empath gifts, I've already had experiences with positive angels who have healed me when I thought I couldn't go on. I've already had divine intervention when God has saved me when I wanted to jump, you know what I mean? And it was literally at the last half a second, that was when the angel swooped in. And then you think, but why wait till the last second? Why? But that's not the point. The fact is, you were saved. Even if it was at the like in England, we'll say in the nick of time, right in the nick. So it's like, we focus too much on things that don't matter, the love of money, I don't know, just sex and stupid things, conquering other people, controlling other people, power over people. You know, I'm a good soul. I never wanted to have power over anyone. I wanted to lift everyone up. Ever since I was a kid, I used to protect other people from bullies and violence, even though I wasn't being protected, even though I knew that, you know, I'm going to have to go to school, fight off my bullies, fight off other people's bullies, and then walk home and get beaten by my own family for no reason, you know. And it was very painful, it was very hard. But like now, even as an adult, like I still have days where I feel like, gosh, I don't know if I can do it. I really, you know, and then on those days I'll pray for strength. You know, I'll pray and ask for help because it is hard. And some days you just, whew, just so overwhelmed by the negativity that's gone before. And then you feel frightened that, well, what's coming next? Like if I feel like I've been going through walking up Mount Everest every day, every year, whatever, it feels like there was no respite, no vacation from the pain, no way to become calm again, no way to feel happy again. You feel like, what's the point? What's the point? But, you know, to anyone who's feeling depressed or suicidal or just like they can't go on, I pray you have, you know, the strength given to you, and pray yourself. Even if you know, if you're someone who's not religious, praying has nothing to do with religion. You know, religion is a man-made construct, if you get what I mean. You know, everything that we're told, it's not exactly like that. You know, up in the spirit world, you know, it's not exactly like what all these various different religions are saying. I mean, there's some things that must be true because, you know, they're all saying similar things, just different versions of the same thing, different sides of the same coin, you know. So obviously, yes, there are angels. Yes, God and Source exist. Yes, there is a place that I guess Christians would call heaven, you know. And then regarding hell, where bad people go, there is, I assume, some judgment on those bad people, because there has to be. You cannot do heinous, terrible things and just be floating up in heaven with the victims, sitting at the dinner table with the victims. I don't believe that. And, you know, I will ask, you know, my friends and stuff more information. And then if I'm given visions, to pass on to you, and messages from the other side to give you more information about that side of things. But I do truly believe there's no way that the monster who, you know, took out your whole family is going to be sitting up in the spirit world next to you and you have to forgive them. No, I don't believe that. And like I said, I'm learning too. I'm just passing on the information I've been given through my psychic gifts, through other friends who have had near-death experiences, you know, and my experiences with angels and guides and God, you know, like, because when I've really been at rock bottom and about to, and when I say about to jump, I mean metaphorically, that feeling of I'm about to take myself out of here, I can't do it, I can't do it. You know, I always felt guilty, like, oh no, I can't take myself out of here, no matter how bad it gets, because I'm going to get trapped, you know, on earth, and I won't go to the light because of what religion has told me. It made me feel scared that, oh no, I'm not going to go to the light. But then come to find out, you know, through friends who did, you know, attempt to take their life, and their spirit did leave their body, but then they were sent back because they had more to do. It wasn't their time. And some of them were given the option, do you want to go back? You don't have to go back. And some weren't given the option. So the ones who weren't given the option, who were just told, you have to go back, your purpose is greater than you know, you're going to change lives, even if you don't realize it. It could be something as simple as, you know, when someone was struggling and you gave them £5 or $5, and then that they use that $5 to, you know, buy a lottery ticket, and then they won a larger amount of money, and then they use that money to go to college and change their life, become a doctor, and then go and cure cancer or something. You know, it's like a humongous ripple effect, domino effect, whatever you want to call it. There is so much that we're not considering, you know what I mean? Like, we're just thinking of, a lot of people are thinking of themselves, just them and their circle or the people they know. They're not considering all of us being connected as one, all of us being energetic beings, beings of light, um in a human body, and that our energy is all connected. You know, energy cannot be destroyed. You know, it's like an infinity. It just keeps going into each other, into itself. Like, you know, the whole universe, all of us, there are other beings in the universe, you know, that are not human beings. But it's like there's just so much that I want to say, but it's just like people wouldn't understand it. So that's why I'm just focusing specifically on the human experience that we're going through here on the Earth School. And it is brutal and it is painful. And I am so sorry for anyone's loss, for their pain, for their abuse. You know, I am so, so sorry that you have to keep going through these things. But I want you to know that I wish you peace. I wish you protection. I wish that you connect with your soul and remember that you will see your loved ones again. You do not have to fear death. You do not have to get attached to these earthly things because they're not important. And if you pass away and you're worried that, you know, when you see the light and you're like, no, no, I can't leave. I have children, I have a husband, I have people who can't cope without me. You would be able to come back as a guardian angel and watch over them. You would be able to visit them, see them, even if you're on the other side. Now, yes, for them, of course, the suffering will be vast and huge because you're gone. You know, if you were good to them, they love you, but at the same time, you know, it's not the end. They will see you again, and you can come through in their dreams and give them messages of peace and hope and encouragement, just like how my ancestors and family came through to me, you know. And that's another cool thing that I felt was amazing, is just the feeling that your ancestors are up there and they know about you, you know, like, because they're all beings of light, you know. So even though they went through something terrible, you know, slavery or war or genocide or whatever happened in their time, but they're up there, no suffering, no pain, you know. And it's just like they're watching over you, they're cheering you on, they want you to succeed in your mission, you know. So imagine yourself as a soldier of light with, you know, keep your armor on, metaphorically keep that armor on, keep your spiritual energy protected, and don't let anyone take advantage of you. Obviously, I'm not saying go around and be smiling and letting people punch you in the face and turning the other cheek. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Be vigilant, protect yourself, but also where you can, offer kindness, offer compassion, because you really don't realize how important those little acts of kindness are. They create such a huge boost of upper vibration to the collective, which is all of us. And so, yeah, I just want to say that I wish love and light and peace to everyone. I hope everyone, you know, can hear what I'm saying. And even if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I still wish you peace. I still hope you, you know, can go out into the world and not be in pain, and I hope people will pray for me too as I pray for them. And God bless everyone, and just don't fear death, because that is a fear that I used to have for a long time when I was a kid. It used to terrify me, the thought of not existing, because I didn't understand when my pets would die. Where did they go? Where are they now? Why is this body all limp, you know, of my pet? Like, why is he in the garden now, buried under the pond? Like, what's going on? Like, it used to be very traumatic for me, the idea that, oh my God, I won't have my bike and my toys. And, you know, when you were very young, like 10 or 5 or 10, you didn't understand death. It was scary, it was confusing. And I didn't have a lot of bereavement when I was a child. It happened later on as an adult. Well, more as a teenager, like a 15-year-old was the first time, like when my mum's mum passed away. And that was the first time someone in my close line of family had passed away. And it was very, very strange because I hadn't even met her. I'd written to her in the country she lived in, but she had never met me my whole life. And she'd just seen photos of me. And there was like a weird disconnect between the family because they'd mistreated my mum. But then my mum became a narcissist with a personality disorder because of their mistreatment. And then she mistreated me. So it was like a generational curse. And I'm the first one to break this curse, to say, no, it ends with me. And I'd rather not have children than pass on this curse, so yeah, it's like those kind of things. Like, you would think, well, you didn't even know her, but our souls know each other, so our souls are all connected. So even though I've never met her, it's like they can still come through to me, they can still watch over me, they can still talk about, I wish my grandchild well, I'll come in visitation, but there was a lot of pain and hurt between my mum and them, just the bad way they treated her. And I had a lot of resentment because years later, after she died, I found out how badly they treated my mum. And so I was like, geez, I was crying for a monster, that's how I felt. Like, I didn't I didn't realize I was just crying because, I'll never get to meet my grandma now, because I wasn't old enough to get money to fly over to where she was, and she was too old to fly here. And they kind of suffered a lot of he- bad health issues at the end. And like, but yeah, so yeah, I just want to say I'm going to wrap up this video now. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great day or a great evening or a great night. It's morning time here in the UK, and we've been getting really warm weather lately. Like, it's not usually very hot, even in summer. Like, we usually get really mild weather or tons of rain. But yeah, it's been really hot, and half the time we're complaining that it's raining, we're complaining that it's too hot, it's too cold, we're never happy. No, but seriously, I really do wish you all peace and love and protection. I really mean that. That's why I keep saying it, because I feel it from my soul, from my heart. I wish I could take away everyone's suffering, but yeah, just like I said, pray for strength, and pray for, you know a way to get through your tests, because being here on Earth's plane, in this Earth school, is brutal. No one can deny that. For some people, they appear to get a free ride, an easy ride, and for some it is beyond hell for them. And you know I pray for everyone who's going through that hell, that they can be delivered out of it and protected. So I'm going to go now, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. If you resonated with anything you heard in this video, or if you can relate to anything, or if this brought you any comfort, please just subscribe to the channel. The name of the channel is Unconquerable Soul 1111. And just like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.